Welcome to the Dance Studio Empire Podcast Business Series. This podcast is about building your studio empire, whatever that is for you, whether you're just getting started or striving to hit the elusive $1 million mark. This business series will give you the confidence and know-how you need to transform your studio and give you the business you've always wanted. So sit back and get ready to build your dance studio empire. Well, I guess I have to start with apologizing for not having an episode out last week, but that was because I was simply exhausted and I had nothing left to give or to be able to create after such an epic 2 weeks that I had in July. First of all, welcome to this week's episode of the Dance Studio Empire podcast. And today I just have a quick but special episode where I'll just be recapping the incredible experience that we had at the Business of Dance conference, then followed by our mastermind retreat. All right, so for anyone who doesn't know, I held the Business of Dance conference in July, a couple of weeks ago. It was a one-day event and it was dedicated to empowering dance studio owners, CEOs, entrepreneurs, just the dance bosses like you who is listening. The goal for the day was just to be filled with inspiration. I wanted learning and I just wanted networking with like-minded individuals. And as I thought to be true, it is magic truly happens when passionate individuals come together under one roof. For me, the idea of this day has been brewing for over 12 months. And so it was to see it come to fruition was pretty amazing. It was almost like running a dance concert, but it was. For me, running a dance concert now is not so stressful because I've done it so many times and we've got our checklists and we know all what we're doing. But this was like running a concert for the first time because there was a lot of new things that I hadn't done before that I had to do. I had to think, what if something goes wrong? How am I going to fix it? What if the presenters don't turn up? What if the sound doesn't work? I had all these logistical things that I had to think through, and it was quite challenging and quite enjoyable as well. But I really wanted this day just to be about the connections and the communications with each other, because studio ownership can be such a lonely job, and you have questions and you're probably swarmed with ideas, but you have no one to talk about it, and whether that's challenges or ideas or triumphs and like wins that you have, there's a lot of us struggle to be able to share that with people because we don't have enough people in our lives to be able to who understand, I guess. So this was an opportunity that I wanted to give to studio owners, and not only that, but learn from industry experts, gaining those valuable insights just to propel studios to new heights, right? But I also wanted to include experts that weren't directly involved with just dance only, because I just think they give such a wide and different perspective for us to look at, which is really important because we can get quite insular with our ideas and what we're hearing and seeing all the time, that we all become the same and do the same. Well, I wanted to inject something, outside information as well. And I believe that our presentations were excellent and they were well received by all the attendees from what they said to me. But yeah, there was a lot of takeaways that resonated with the attendees from what they gave me in their feedback. And it was from these keynote presentations that were really engaging, and then to these interactive breakout groups that were held as well. Every moment was designed to equip studio owners with practical strategies and fresh perspectives. And I'm happy to say that is what happened. Sometimes you plan these things and they don't happen. I'm happy to say that it did happen, which was great. Now, I think one of the highlights of the conference were these breakout groups. And so what I did is we broke the studio owners up into smaller groups, just allowing for intimate conversations and the opportunity to dive deeper into specific topics. So we had both of the presenters two presenters at a time, and they presented their talk. First one was on AI and marketing for their studio. Second one was on cash flow and basically, getting better planning, financial planning and cash flow in our businesses. So the two presenters did their presentations. Then we broke out into these groups. And so each of the smaller groups had time then with the presenters, and they were able to ask specific questions. And the idea of breaking into the groups of like similar minded and similar situations of studio owners who have similar situations with their studio, so size, time that they've been running, is because the conversations and the questions are different. So for our studio owners who are just starting out, they had different questions to the ones who have been running for 15 plus years with 700, 800 students. And it worked really well because, as both the presenters who came to me said, yeah, you were right. The conversations and the questions were different. So I was really happy to give that opportunity for people to ask, really specific stuff about them. And so, so this was the feedback received from the studio owners was really positive. They wanted more time, which is good. So I would definitely take that on board for next year. And they just really expressed how valuable it was in connecting with their peers who are facing similar challenges. So that was a tick. Just mark that off in the air. Okay, so the connections that were made during the conference were invaluable. Studio owners, they were able to network, build relationships, because they understand the unique journey of running a studio, right? And the sense of community and support was palpable. Like these connections will continue to flourish even after the conference, which is what I wanted. So that was again another win. Received great feedback. The most common request was for the conference to be extended to 2 days next time, which is really great because originally I did want it to be a 2-day conference. But as I was planning it, I'm like, I was thinking, are enough people going to come? There's a big expense in planning this, not knowing how it would go, if anyone would actually, come. But I'm happy to say that this feedback for 2 days was exciting for me, and that next July 2024, we will run the Business of Dance conference over 2 full days. So that is very exciting. So I just listened to the feedback. There was a lot of helpful feedback as well, which I will absolutely utilize. And I'm just thrilled to be able to provide even more opportunities for growth and learning and connection as we move into the future. Now, as I reflect on the success of this year's conference, it's clear the community's on an extraordinary growth path, which is so good, right? And the energy and the enthusiasm that was displayed by the attendees is really contagious. And I'm excited to see the impact that these insights have and will have for the future of their studios. So the journey just doesn't stop there, right? So studio owners, we are always seeking new ways to improve and evolve, which is good. And that what I thought I would do after, I wanted to just continue this connection. And so what I thought I would do, I'm going to run a 4-week project, and it's called Spark Studio Demand, and I'm going to run it in August. Now, the reason for this is because once it hits August for me, my mind switches to the new year. So all of a sudden from the 1st of August, I download my timetable. It's out in front of me all the time. It's on my office desk, it's in my car, it's at the studio desk, and I'm looking at it because it's time for me to start timetabling for the new year. Along with that, because what the timetable is your foundation, right? Once you've got your timetable done, then you can start working on everything else. Your teachers, your re-enrollment strategy, your retention strategy, how you're going to keep them, then your new student strategy, so how you're going to attract new students. So what I thought, as I'm doing it and working through it, other studio owners might be interested in doing it alongside with me, obviously for their own studio. But yeah, so that's why I thought I would offer this. So this project's just going to focus on effective marketing techniques, business expansion strategies, student retention techniques, and goal setting and planning for the end of 2023, but then also into the beginning of 2024. And so, I'm just going to step you through exactly what I do. And if you think this is something that might interest you, might help you, I'm going to leave a link in the show notes so you can sign up. It's completely free. But if you want to be part of this exciting project, just leave your details so I can make sure that I send you, everything that's going to happen. There'll be obviously a live training once a week. I'll just come on and you can make notes. You can ask me questions, anything specific for yourself. You'll have the week to work on that. Then we'll meet back again and do the next thing. So that's coming up in August. Also, you have to make sure that you mark your calendars for the Business of Dance Conference in July 2024, because this is an event that you simply won't want to miss. We are planning an incredible lineup of speakers, interactive workshops, even more opportunities for networking and growth. I will get the specific dates to you. I'm trying to work it so that our holidays all coincide, so it sort of crosses over. However, Queensland's not really playing the game at the moment. It appears that Queensland and New South Wales aren't crossing over holidays, but leave it with me. I will get back to you and hopefully come back with an alternative. All right. Thank you. I just want to finish up by saying, how grateful I am to the studio owners who attended this year's conference. Your passion, your dedication, your commitment to your studio inspired not only the people in the room, but also myself. And remember, it's through continuous learning and sharing and connecting with fellow dance studio owners that we can truly elevate our business to new heights. That's where the magic happens. All right, so that wraps up the Business of Dance Conference. As I said, I just hope that the inspiration from it carries through, and that people from next year want to join and feel that same inspiration as well. Well, that wraps up the recap of the Business of Dance Conference. Stay tuned for more inspiring episodes of Dance Studio Empire, where I continue to explore strategies, insights, and success stories from the world of dance studio entrepreneurship. Until next time, keep thriving and building your dance studio empire. Get ready to be inspired and challenged by some of the most innovative and forward-thinking experts in the industry. Our speakers and thought leaders bring a unique perspective and a wealth of knowledge that will help you take your business to the next level. No matter where you are in your business journey, whether you are just starting out or you are striving to reach that coveted $1 million mark, the Business of Dance Conference is designed to empower you with the knowledge and confidence you need to transform your studio into the thriving business you've always dreamed of. Get ready to unlock new potentials, new possibilities, and gain fresh insight with like-minded professionals who are just as passionate about your success as you are. Tickets are now on sale, so make sure you grab them before they run out. I will leave a link below, and I can't wait to see you there.